Hello and welcome to Learn Yourself. Today we are going to study about matter in our surrounding. This topic is under CBSE Standard 9 syllabus. So let us get an overview of a chapter, that what are things we are going to study in this chapter. So in general we are studying about the matter. So it's what is a matter first of all, then all the physical properties of matter we are going to study in this chapter. Then its physical nature, its characteristic properties. Then three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. Their particle arrangement, the attraction between the particle, and if they are possessing some kind of properties, then why. So all these things we are going to study under these states of matter. Then changing of states because of the temperature. Interconversion of state. If the solid is there, it is converting into liquid, liquid is converting into gas. And then last, evaporation and the factor of affecting evaporation. So all these things we are going to study in this chapter, and along with all these properties, all these behavior properties of states, we are going to study their reasons. So let us start with the first thing, that what is a matter and physical properties of matter. So let us understand first what is a matter. So what is a matter? Which occupies space and has a mass is called matter. Anything which occupies space, it requires space and it has a mass, it has a weight in it, then we call it a matter. It can be air also. When air we are filling into a balloon, then balloon occupies space and yes, it has a mass. We have learnt one experiment in standard 8 that a balloon filled with air has a mass compared to a balloon which doesn't have air in it. So air also occupies space and it has a mass. Liquid also occupies space and it has a mass. And solid obviously occupies space and it has a mass in it. So the matter is which occupies space and has a mass. Then we are going to study a physical nature of matter. In this we are going to study 2 points. First point is, matter is made up of particles. So with the help of one experiment we will learn that yes, matter is made up of particles. So let us first learn this, that how the matter is made up of particle, and if yes, then let us see this experiment. I have taken here a water in a beaker. Now into this water I am adding a salt. So salt is here at the bottom of the beaker. It has not mixed with the water. It is just lying down in the water. When I am stirring it, then this salt is mixing with the water. So now this liquid is with salt and water. Now we will not be able to see where the salt is. So I can say that salt has occupied space in between the particles of water. We all know that in liquid there is a space between two particles. Suppose if this is a liquid state, right? If this is a liquid state, then there is a space in between them. So whatever salt I am adding into it, that salt will occupy space in between the liquid molecule. So yes, matter is made up of particle, and those particles have space in between them. So whenever we are adding a salt into a water, the salt particle will take a place in between the water molecule and they will make a homogeneous solution. So our first physical nature of matter is made up of particles. Now let us going to study the second one, that particles are really small. Coming to our second point, that particles of matter are small. So in this point we are going to prove that particles of matter are really small, and that too they are beyond our imagination. So in this we are going to prove that particles are small with the help of this experiment. So in this I have taken a small crystal of potassium permanganate and that I have dissolved in the 100 ml of water. From that I am taking a 10 ml of solution. Whenever I am dissolving potassium permanganate, then that solution will become dark pink to pink color. Now from that I am taking a 10 ml of solution and adding to another beaker containing 100 ml of water solution without any solute. So whenever I am adding that, it imparts some color. So it will be least pink compared to the first beaker, but it will impart a color. Now from that second beaker again I am taking a 10 ml and adding to another beaker which consists of 100 ml water. Now if I will keep on doing like this, then also this dissolution will not affect the pink color. It will give pink color in each and every dissolution. So this shows that particles of matter are really small. Even after 5th and 6th dissolution you can see a pink color in our beaker. So particles of matter are really small, and that too they are beyond our imagination.